Hey, welcome back to my weekly rants where we talk about what's hot, what's not, and everything in between. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome back to my channel. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Definitely leave me some comments on this video, you guys. So, let me take a breath real quick. I got some sparkling water. So, a couple things. Want to give myself a hand clap as I celebrate my 1-year anniversary in business. Those of you who do not know, my name is Dominica. I am the owner of D Signs, which is a mobile notary loan signing business. As of September 1st, we have been in business for 1 year. And I'll tell you all, when I started back in September 2019, I had no idea that my business would be where it is today. I am so thankful to God. Period. I'm thankful for all the love, all the support, all my clients, all my customers, all my mentors. Thank you. Make sure you guys check out September 1st. Notary Boss t-shirts will be 25% off. Make sure you get yours if you have not already. And that just starts off the month of September with a whole bunch of great goodies that I have going on. So September 1st starts a sale. September 1st, I will be making an announcement about some other great giveaways, so just stay tuned for that. Now, the description box, in the description box below will be the link to my website if you want to grab your t-shirt on September 1st and get that 25% off deal. Now, let's get into the meat and potatoes of this video. Today, I'm going to talk to you guys about how I complete the preliminary change of ownership form, the PCOR, the PCOR, however you want to call it. Some people call it PCOR, some people call it PCOR. You can say preliminary change of ownership. That's what it stands for. So I want to talk to you guys a little bit about that. Number one. Number two, I want to say I get asked almost every day about mentorship classes or who has the best loan signing system course. Of course, I'm going to say the loan signing system because I firmly believe it is the best course on the market. So if you have not taken a loan signing certification course and you want to be a loan signing agent, I highly suggest that you invest in your education. I'm gonna say that again. I highly suggest you invest in your education. I get so many questions and I see so many questions that lead me to believe that some people are not investing in their education and they want to jump into this business. If that's what you want to do, so be it. But I do not recommend it. I recommend that you have proper mentorship. I recommend that you have proper hours of training, of good training. And my recommendation is the loan signing system. It is a blueprint to be successful in this business. If you follow the blueprint, you will be successful. If you don't follow it, that's a whole nother story. I'm sorry, something's in my eye, you guys. If you follow the loan signing system, you will be successful, period, point blank. So I will leave, again, the link in the description box below to my affiliate link for you all to sign up for that course if you would like. And I want to say, if you are a loan signing system student and if you are having trouble and if you do not know how to fill out a preliminary change of ownership form, you need to go back to the coursework because Mark explains this in great detail. Number one. Number two, he has a cheat sheet that you can print out and show you exactly how to fill it out. So I'm puzzled when I see loan signing system students saying that they're struggling with this form or that it's holding up or making their loan signings go longer because they don't really know how to fill it out or the owner doesn't know how to figure it out. If you're a loan signing system student and you're having problems with this form, you need to go back to the coursework, period. Okay, so let me just jump right into it. So a preliminary change of ownership form here in California, let me say that again, here in California, will be attached to any grant deed. Now, from what I've heard, I'm speaking of the state of California, what I've heard is there are a similar form attached for grant deeds in other states, but it could be called something else. It could look a little different. I don't know. But here in California, anytime there is a grant deed, this is a blank grant deed, okay? there will be a preliminary change of ownership form attached to that grant deed. And let me explain that further. So a grant deed, all you have to do is read it. It's always going to tell you what it's doing, okay? And a grant deed is always granting a piece of property from one party to another, okay? So it's either gonna have the grantor's information, that's the person that's granting the property, and the grantee is the person who's receiving the property. So 9 times out of 10, a lot of times when I see these attached or included in a refinance, right? It's usually a spouse being added on, sometimes a spouse being taken off, okay? And so it'll say the grantor is Jim Jones, as a single man. And then the grantee is Jim Jones and Jane Jones as husband and wife, okay? So oh, Jim is adding his wife, okay? Or some of the other scenarios that I see in a refinance is if a property is in a trust, okay? It'll have Jane Jones Trust, of whatever, granting as the grantor, and the grantee just going right to Jane as herself outside of the trust. Or sometimes it's in the reverse, okay? You'll see the grantee basically putting the property in or out of a trust, okay? Again, this is something you usually see on refinances. The other scenario that I've seen is a name change, okay? Someone could be going from their maiden name to their married name, okay? And you'll see the grantor, they could just be that same person with their maiden name going to the grantee, whatever their married name is, okay? So you'll see various situations like that in the situation of a refinance. Now, for a purchase, obviously for a purchase, the grantor is going to be the seller and the grantee is going to be the new buyer. Okay, you're going to see that in every purchase package. You're going to see a grant deed. You're going to see a grant deed in every purchase package for the seller granting the property to the buyer. Every purchase package, okay? So with every grant deed comes a preliminary change of ownership form, a PCOR, okay? This is going to be included every time there's a grant deed. And there's going to be options here that you're going to choose or not choose based on what the grant deed says, okay? Before I continue with this, let me say this. The reason why I decided to do this video is because I see multiple people, as I mentioned earlier, saying that they get stuck on this form or they don't know how to fill it out, or the signer doesn't know how to fill it out, and then all of a sudden they're stuck on this for 45 minutes to an hour. Let me tell you something. This takes me, 30 seconds to get through. So if this is holding up or taking you 45 minutes to an hour lag time in your signings, you need training. You need training bad. If you're a loan signing system student and you're getting held up for 45 minutes to an hour on this form, stop what you're doing and go back to the coursework and spend some time in it, okay? Because this takes about 30 seconds to get through, you guys, literally, okay? So I see the grant deed in the package. It tells me what's going on. A wife is being added. A wife is being taken off. A husband is being added. A husband is being taken off. A property is going in a trust. Its property is going out of a trust. The property is being purchased. So it's going to a new buyer. So I'll read the grant deed really quick and I'll see what needs to happen. A grant deed always has to be notarized. I'll read it. I'll notarize the grant deed. Okay. Then I'll move on to the PCOR. In order for this not to hold up your signing, you do not just give it to the signer and say, here, fill this out. No, you don't do that, because they're going to look at it and they're going to be confused. They're not going to know what the heck to do. Again, if you're a loan signing system student, Mark attaches a cheat sheet and he tells you what each of these options mean and which option to choose based on the scenario. So all you have to do, especially if you're a newbie, is print this out and follow it. Once you get some time under your belt, you'll learn it. You won't even need the cheat sheet anymore. But again, if you're a loan signing system student, print out the cheat sheet and use it and guide the borrower. Never give the borrower this and tell them to fill it out. You're asking for trouble if you do that. So what I do is, let me stop right there for a second too. Some title companies that I work with will already have this filled out for me. That's even great. That's perfect. I don't have to guide the borrowers to do anything but sign at the bottom of the second page. That's it. Okay. Now, title company or signing service does not have it filled out for me. That's what I'm going to guide the borrower through. I'm going to tell them, hey, up here, I need you to fill in your name, your mailing address. I need you to say yes or no to these two questions up at the top, which is going to ask, is the property intended as your primary residence? They're going to say yes or no. They're going to put in the date that they moved into the property or they anticipate moving into the property. Okay, let me say this really quick. Everything on this front page, it's only going to be one option that they're going to say yes to. Everything else is going to be no, depending on what their situation is. Okay, the front portion, these options here only need to be completed on a refinance. So it's going to tell you right away, if you're doing a refinance, one of these applies. If you're doing a purchase, none of these apply. They won't need to check anything but fill out the second page, and I'll get to that in a second. So on a refinance, the most common one I'll see is a spouse being added on to a property. So I'll tell them, hey, you check yes for option A. Option A says this transfer is solely between spouses. You say yes to that, no to everything else. Move on to the second page. On a refinance, nothing on the second page applies. So I just draw a line straight through everything. I have them sign and date and print their name at the bottom. This form only requires one signature. That's it. Okay, you're done. That takes like 30 seconds. Anybody taking more than 30 seconds to complete a preliminary change of ownership, go back to the drawing board on the loan signing system, or if you're not a part of the loan signing system, sign up today, period. Okay. Now, if you're doing a purchase, nothing on the front page will apply as far as these options here. You still want to have them fill out all their information at the top, mailing address, phone number, and answer the question. Okay. So if they're doing a purchase, nothing on as far as the check boxes here will apply. Okay, these do not apply for purchases. Don't worry about it. Go to the second page. Okay, on the second page, you want to fill out for a purchase. Okay, and it's going to ask you if this is a purchase. Yes, you check the box for purchase. It'll ask you for the purchase price, a down payment if they know what the down payment is, or if not, that's not pertinent. They're going to ask you, was the property purchased through a real estate broker? Typically that's yes, and you put their real estate broker's name and phone number. It's going to ask if it's a single family residence or not, multi-family residence, condo, whatever. You go ahead and just check the boxes. Okay, and then it's going to ask a few other questions about if there's a manufactured home or something like that on the land, on the property. Yes or no. Very simple questions that you should be able to answer quickly. Again, you do not give this to the borrower for them to fill out on their own. Okay, I usually guide them through it. I usually actually will check the boxes for them. I'll ask them the questions really quick and just move through it and tell them, is it okay if I check the boxes for you? Yeah, fine, sure, check the boxes. Again, some title companies will already have it filled out for you. That is the perfect scenario. If they do not, you should be able to simply guide the borrower through this form. You don't ever want to leave it blank. You don't ever want to send it back not filled out. And like I said, it shouldn't take you more than 30 seconds. Once you get check the appropriate boxes here, only one signature and date is required at the bottom, and you are done. You're done. I'm going to, in the description box below, leave links to these forms, the preliminary change of ownership form and the grant deed form, in case anybody don't have them, haven't seen them. You can print them out and kind of play with it, play along, and see what I'm talking about here. But again, it should take you about 30 seconds to get through this process. You should not if, like I said, if you are a loan signing system student, you've paid for your education. So you've invested in yourself. So make sure you capitalize on your investment. There's too much information in that course for me to see any student of the loan signing system say they don't know how to fill this out, or they don't know what to do, or they get stuck on it. It's in the course. There's a cheat sheet in there. You guys, come on. You use your resources. And if you have not signed up for a course, I highly advise that you do, and I highly always advise the loan signing system course. But again, that's my little summary on the preliminary change of ownership. I want to come in here and talk about it because I see too many people saying that they're stuck on this. And then, like I said, it should take you no more than 30 seconds to get through this form. I hope this information was useful. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all later. You can leave me comments if you have questions, or if I wasn't clear on something, please let me know. All right, bye.